Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Haley. We do all things makeup, lifestyle, whatever the heck I want on this channel. And I've recently started cosplaying. So I'm going to show you guys how I made this Beetlejuice Sandworm Lollipop. I wanted to be a Beetlejuice clown mashup, and I thought a lollipop fit with the clown theme, and obviously the sandworm fit for Beetlejuice. So if you guys want to learn how to make this guy, keep on watching. The first thing you want to do is gather all of your supplies. I got 2 pool noodles from the Dollar Tree. I cut off the end of it to make it look like a point, and then we contact cemented this together. And obviously I had to use sprinkled duct tape to hold it all together while the glue dried. I obviously chose to do this off camera and outside in a well ventilated area because I did not want to get a migraine today. Once you have something that kind of looks like a spiral lollipop, or maybe like, I don't know, a worm that looks like a giant space cannoli but make it more nightmarish, I don't know. Once you've removed all of the sprinkled tape, you're going to need to gather some supplies. And I'm not talking the blood, sweat, and tears of your enemies. I'm talking about some kitchen supplies. And some foam clay, of course, where you can get it on Amazon. I also made sure to go down to my kitchen and grab the largest thing of tinfoil that I had and some crafting wire that I got from Michael's a really long time ago that has an ivy leaf stuck to it. I started by making the core of the sandworm's head from the tinfoil because nothing screams professional prop builder like crafting a monster out of kitchen supplies. Giant worm meets trash compactor with trust issues. That's the vibe we're going for here, and trust me, you can't go wrong here. When in doubt, just add more tinfoil, because that's what I did. I made 3 tinfoil parts, so I made the main head, the top jaw, and the bottom jaw. I just went ahead and wrapped this whole thing with tinfoil to get the correct size that I needed, because to be honest, foam clay is really expensive, and I went through 2 tubs of it. But yeah, just sculpt a gaping mouth that looks like it's been cursed by an ancient desert god that hasn't had coffee in 3 days. But after you have 3 pieces of aluminum horror, it's definitely lightweight, it's structurally questionable, and it's definitely judging me, we're gonna slap some foam clay onto this. Foam clay is basically Play-Doh for adults who hate joy. I have a love-hate relationship with foam clay because it is amazing for crafting projects like this when I need something that came from my brain and I cannot buy it in a store, but I have to sculpt it. So foam clay is exactly how it sounds. It is a clay that you can sculpt with that when it fully dries turns into EVA foam, and you can sand it and do anything you would like normal EVA foam. Foam clay will bond to your soul and your fingerprints and possibly your taxes. It sticks to literally everything. Luckily, we don't need perfection here, we just need texture, and that goes great for us. We're going for an ancient sandworm demon, not cute cake pop. Think wrinkly, angry, and slightly damp, like a raisin that knows what you've done. Also, just a heads up, when you stick foam clay to other sections of foam clay, they don't come off easily. So please make sure when you are sticking your pieces together, you know where you're putting them, because mine got a little wonky, but we're just gonna roll with it because that's the way a sandworm looks, right? You know, because who has ever seen like a sandworm in real life, you know? Also, we got going for us that the first movie was a claymation sandworm, so we can roll with that. At this point, I'm just questioning all of my life choices and why I decided to do a full Sandworm Lollipop a week before the convention. But here we are. After I got the desired shape, I did shove some tinfoil underneath the head and above it, so that way the upper and lower jaw would stay upright while drying. And there, it's lumpy, it's vaguely moist, and it's perfect, and my hands are sticky. And we finished the head for tonight. Now we gotta let this dry for at least 24 hours. In a world where worms have teeth and candy is fear, one stick will rule them all. I'm just kidding. It is a PVC pipe from Home Depot, but spiritually it is a wand of chaos. The goal here is to stab this bad boy directly into the worm like I'm skewering the world's worst kebab here. And then we're just gonna attach the sandworm head with some hot glue and hoe dreams, and hopefully it all works out. But we're back with the dreaded adult Play-Doh, and we're going to be connecting the head of the sandworm to its body. We also have to make this weird little shark fin looking thing for its spine, I guess. That's what the reference photo shows, so that's what we're doing, and I just put that on a little actual kebab skewer. Then once you add all of your foam clay again, this needs to sit and dry for another 24 hours at least. And now we have to seal the foam to protect it To unify it, to cover up every crafting sin I have committed this far, with Plasti Dip. It's rubber in a can, it smells like the inside of a tire shop, and childhood ambition. But once this is dry, we can definitely move on to painting. This is where we go from melted pool noodle to majestic worm of doom with a mild skin condition. Once you've painted the head white, now we're going to add the iconic sandworm stripes, also known as space worm tiger energy. And they can be a little wonky, it just gives it a little bit more character. Now going in to paint the face, I painted the whole inside of the mouth a pinkish red, and of course we have the iconic blue lips, so pretty much painted on like it's lipstick. Speaking that this movie did come out in the 80s, so this does make sense to why they're blue. I'm going to paint in some soulless eyes, and then we're going to hot glue some teeth in. The teeth were made out of Warbler's Deco art beads, where you just put them in hot water and then they're like a moldable clay. We want these teeth to scream, I don't floss because I floss souls. Like we're trying to get a little snacky snack and send these ghosts back to the waiting room. Oh, and I definitely couldn't forget the tongue, because that thing will send you to the afterlife just looking at it. And honestly, I only lost one tooth at the convention, so I'd say the hot glue held up pretty nicely. Since I have no idea how to describe my painting techniques and it all just somehow comes out of my brain that way after years of painting, I'm going to give you some Beetlejuice facts. Specifically about the sandworm itself, I guess it actually lives on Saturn in the Beetlejuice 1988 movie. The sandworm actually only shows up on screen for about 90 seconds of the movie. In the 1989 animated series, the sandworm is actually Beetlejuice's frenemy pet, and it has a name, and it's Sandy. And of course, the sandworm's mouth opens up into another mouth with rows of gnarly teeth inside. Basically, a worm-shaped nesting doll of trauma. Alright, I'm not going to subject you to any more of my Beetlejuice knowledge that I definitely didn't chat GPT it. But after we finished gluing the second set of teeth into this mouth, I'm going to go ahead and paint them with black and white stripes, which was really hard, but at least I just made it looking very artistic and messy. Avant-garde, if you will. I'll be real, I was painting this at 3 o'clock in the morning just trying to finish it, so I did not care how those stripes look, and I did not care to wait for it to dry. I let this finish drying overnight, and then we took this outside to spray down with a matte sealant. I wish I would have went with glossy, but it's fine. Once I let that dry, I went in with silver paint and spray painted the lollipop stick, and then we hot glued it all together. And I'm here to present, coming soon to a haunted boardwalk near you, the Lollipop Sandworm. Striped, screaming, and convention ready. Just don't say its name 3 times unless you want it to follow you home. Look how cool he is. He's so cool. Come on. Like, you can't be mad at it. And he's lightweight. I carried this guy around the whole con, and it was great. He's a little wonky when you look at him from the front. Just a little bit. He's got a little wonky nose, but we're not going to judge him for that. If you guys want to see the full con vlog, I will link it in the description box below, as well as the full costume making in the description box below. If you like me, please thumbs up this video and help with my engagement. I would love that. Subscribe if you like me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.